Well, hey now, everybody. It's The Rob from 106.1 KISS FM. Here, believe it or not, with my tag team partner in podcasting. Please say hello to the Portuguese man of war, Jerry Valeri. Good morning, Jer.
Hide and seek champion 2018. Ever since my phone got updated, I sometimes show up and sometimes you can't see me.
I don't understand why. It's not just you, but why a company that makes these phones that every time you update them, your phone gets worse. Yet their sales continue to be phenomenal. I don't get how people love iPhone products. I don't understand. I'm so glad I switched to an Android.
At this point, I don't even feel like I love Apple. I'm not like, oh, I gotta have an iPhone, I love having it. At this point, my life is set up on Apple. I mean, my whole house, the whole setup, everything from our thermostat to the Apple TV to the iMacs, everything is Apple. So to change my phone to Android would just throw gum in the works. It would gum it up.
So you heard it here first. Jerry loves his thermometer more than he loves post to post. Being on
the thermostat, thermostat.
Being on the thermostat rather more than post to post.
That's hurtful that you even say that. I'm trying to get on as we speak.
Poor Jerry. So what happens is we can get him in the room on video, but whenever he's in, he's got this echo on his voice. All right, see here. Oh.
Look at this. I have an option. I have the option. It's giving me the option.
Sure.
Sometimes it gives me the option, and sometimes it doesn't. And fixed.
Oh wow, that was seamless.
Apple to the rescue.
I have a feeling that either the audience will not be able to see you.
Oh, I'm in, baby. I appled my way in. I appled my way in, and now you can see me.
I'm in the room, appled.
All right, Steve, or if anyone is, I mean, we're still pretty early in the podcast, but it says there's at least a few people in there. If anyone can let me know if Jerry's either echoing or visible or what the story is. I just find this one tough to believe after how much experience I have with this and directing the show with Jerry. It just feels like something is bound to be wrong. If someone wants to give me some sort of recap as to what.
I'm here.
Okay. Up.
And the echo's gone. And I found my way in.
You can be seen, but you're echoing.
I'm echoing. I can't possibly be echoing. I turned everything down.
Echoing. I told you. I knew something would be wrong. Thank you, Steve.
Oh, I know what the problem is.
Oh,
now I'm fixed. Now it's fixed.
I don't believe it.
I have Steve. Send it to him again.
All right, Steve.
I fixed the echo. Come on.
Did he fix the echo? I hope he did. That would make me really happy. Can you confirm? Did Jerry fix the echo?
I fixed the echo.
We won't be able to get past this until the fate of this show is depending on Steve.
I'm so sorry, Steve. Thank you.
If Steve had to do something at work or whatever, we're screwed.
Like if his wife needs him right now, he's like, "Hold on, they need me."
Come on, buddy. All right, well,
it's fixed. So I've appled it. It's good.
You appled it. All right.
I've appled it.
Let's see.
Do you want to start with SmackDown or do you want to start with the Facebook thing you teased yesterday?
Still echoing, bud. Thanks, Steve.
All right. Well, I'm all right. Then I'm leaving.
It's okay. I'd rather have your voice personally. I love your face, but I'd just rather have good audio personally.
I thought I had appled it.
Let me know when you're disconnecting so I can just get one last thumbs up that we're okay.
The best thing is that I guess I'm bragging about how well I got on and I'm echoing the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I knew something was going to be wrong. I just knew it.
So when you go back and we watch this, it's going to be really funny that I'm like, I fixed it and I'm bragging and I'm telling you you're stupid for making me feel bad about my Apple. But the whole time I'm echoing.
Okay, and now Steve says the echo's gone. Thank you, Steve.
Well, that's because
there is, at least on my end, there's just a dangling shot of your forehead, at least on my computer.
What do you mean? I'm gone. I
know, but it's stuck on the shot of when you disconnected, which is just your forehead.
Oh, stupid.
I don't know if anyone can see it or not, but yeah, let's start with the Facebook then. You're right. Because yeah, so I didn't know that people were interested in having a post-to-post Facebook group, but now it seems like people might be.
Well, I think it's great because it's a way that we don't have to necessarily be friends and accept friend requests from every single person that wants to participate.
Yeah, and I mean, I personally, I always share the videos to get the discussion going, but I mean, I would rather share them in a Facebook room.
Yeah.
So that people who want to see them can see them. So it seems like if anyone's got any objections to this idea, I'll share this the old-fashioned way today, and probably sometime like over the weekend, I'll work on making a post-to-post Facebook group. But unless anyone objects, let me know why you would not like it or whatever.
But who could object that would stop you from doing it other than your like boss or superiors?
No, the work's already approached me about this idea, so I can just go right ahead with it, I would think.
Right. So like if anybody says don't do it, they better have a darn good reason.
Yeah, well, I don't want to lose people who are commenting now because they're my friend, or your friend.
Sure.
I like the group that we've got and the discussions we have, and that's paramount to me. But I mean, if we can grow and expand that, I think that's cool too.
I think it'd be great if we could take what we have and then make it bigger. So I do think that there's room to grow, and I think that's a good thing. I think it's great as long as everybody that participates on our pages participates on that page.
Yeah, I don't know where else they would be able to. If I'm gonna share it in a post-to-post room, I'm not gonna share it on Rob Hirschbiel anymore.
Right, and that'll be good on my page because sometimes I look and I'm like, oh, it's just all post-to-post on my page.
Yeah, well, that's the only way we can really get a discussion going. So yeah, it's probably a good idea to do that.
Yeah, good. So there it will be. It will be there for you by the end of business today. Rob said he's going to have it done by noon.
I didn't say anything like that.
Rob said he's going to do it because he's got an Android and he feels so smart.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm in the room. There's video of me and there's not an echo. If that's the power of my little Android, cool. But you blamed it off the air on your iPhone several times. I know my iPhone. It does. It's the update. It really upsets me. No, I just don't get Apple. They just cuckold everyone into, if you bought one Apple thing, you're stuck for life. And we're just going to BF you before we pump handle slam you. Oh, and there's so much BFing. We're going to give you a good old BFing right when we pump handle slam you right in your iPhone. That's over. I just can't stand it. All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's start talking about wrestling. How's that sound? Let's talk about SmackDown Live, which I thought was a pretty decent SmackDown Live. I'd like to hear your opinions overall of the London shows. I thought they were better than they sometimes have been in the past. I do not agree with that. I don't think they were worse, but I don't think they were good shows in my opinion. Neither one of them. I like the Raw show the most. I give the nod to Raw. I would also say Raw was better. SmackDown had high points and low points. My biggest problem with these shows, and this wouldn't really matter where it came from. I've kind of mentioned this before, and if I've never done it this explicitly, here's the way I feel about shows like this. I cannot stand when the focus of a show is to determine who qualifies for a match. I hate this. This was happening all leading up to Elimination Chamber. It was happening all leading up to, what was it, Fastlane? Yep, and then Royal Rumble to a degree. Yeah, sometimes there's qualifying matches for that. I don't like when so many matches are focused, like now it's a ladder match and who's going to get a spot in the ladder match. I see, like, when's the show? It's going to be like, it's like the 16th or June. It's like the middle of June. It's a month away. I was blown away. I thought we were like 2 weeks from it. We're a month away. We're exactly. So when I saw we had 6 weeks to build a pay-per-view, in my head, like what my expectations are is like, this is going to be great. We're going to have 6 weeks of feuds and storylines to really get stuff that we care about on this pay-per-view. they're treating it like a major show anymore. It's like now that's like the other one of the big five. Like, this will be great. 6 weeks to build this show after all these pay-per-views in a row. Many of them of questionable content quality that we don't need to get into right now.
We'll leave it at that.
We've got 6 weeks to build something really special, but that's not what we do. What it is we take one announcement of who's in a match and we prolong it for 6 weeks. And I'll admit, it seems like we're kind of on the tail end of this, but I don't care. I get the same amount of joy knowing that someone from New Day will be in a ladder match as if, after watching them wrestle, as if you just told me that Big E's going to be in the ladder match.
Yeah, and it's going to be Big E. They're not fooling anybody. It's lazy writing. I agree with you. And I unfortunately do disagree with you that we're almost out of the woods. We're almost out of the woods with the men's ladder match, but there's still a lot of spots left for the women, and they could still spring the tag team one on us and have qualifiers for that.
I'm still hearing, by the way, that's a thing.
Well, you know, it wouldn't surprise me now that I know we're 4 weeks out. They have plenty of time to prepare for it.
Well, as long as, like, to be honest with you, and I don't want to sound sexist or whatever, but once the men get out of the woods, I'll be a bit more satisfied. But like, I really need, I don't care if it's involving the ladder match or not. I need stuff outside of this ladder match storyline wise to hook me. You're giving me something. It looks like Jinder and Roman are going to give me something. That's cool. AJ and Nakamura are giving me something, even though it's just low blows. Cool. Whatever.
Low blows or fake low blows.
Or whatever. Yeah. My thing is just like, give me something to enjoy. Like, Elimination Chamber did a really bad job of this, of giving me something to care about outside of the Elimination Chamber match. You know what I mean? And that's, I don't want to run into that problem again.
Well, and and the thing with SmackDown last night for me, all the women stuff really lost me. It really did. Like, Becky Lynch bores me. I wasn't involved in that at all. The Carmella stuff, I didn't enjoy that. The crowd didn't even get into that very much. And then Paige coming out is just terrible.
The Carmella, can we talk about Carmella for a second?
Sure. She looked good last night.
Carmella, it's like yes and no to what you said. So I like that she's doing things that are different and being creative and trying things. We had a Melibration the week before, and now it's a Royal Melibration, but okay, they're giving her a shot here. I just don't think she's great in the spot, really, I guess. You know, this is not her strong. She's not that strong a promo. She's not that strong a character. And it's so weird to me how she's been so quiet for the last year, and now all of a sudden, they gave her the title, but like, she's totally outspoken now. Like, she's almost unrecognizable to who she was before.
Do you think that her push is a coinky dink about the John Cena rumors?
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. So, I don't. Either answer I give, I can immediately talk myself out of. Like, it's really easy to just be like, yeah, just kind of like with Nikki. Once she started dating the big guy, she got pushed. And that that definitely did happen with Nikki. With Carmella, I mean, she had the Money in the Bank. Obviously, the plan was to hold it till after WrestleMania because they only have that 2-month window to do something with it. So right. I don't know. I also don't think that they're trying to make that a thing. Like, I don't think that Cena's sticking around with Carmella. I think that if anything happened, it was probably something small as a rebound kind of thing or whatever.
Kind of like, I wouldn't mind seeing you naked. Let's get you naked.
Or it's like, I just got out of a relationship that I've been in for 6 years. I'm ready to see anybody naked.
And I keep hearing that he and Nikki are going to get back together anyway.
And that's the other thing. It's like, he's giving the impression he really wants to be with Nikki still. And if I was out doing Carmella, I probably wouldn't, be claiming to want Nikki back.
Right. It's but I see that, and then I also wonder about Cass, how that goes backstage, how her relationship is with him, and
Oh, that's
that
not.
whole thing is.
There's a whole bunch of. I haven't talked to you about this. I've been saving this for a show. This is probably the one to do it. Have you heard about his alleged backstage heat?
I heard it's over beating up on the little person, right?
Oh, so you do know about this? Damn.
I had heard about it last week. I saw something. I didn't seek it out, but I'd seen someone write about it, and they said that's why he was kept off of television.
Okay, so I don't know what to make of this. It could be a non-story. Here's what I heard: is they gave Cass a program, or at least a segment, with the little person in Montreal. What's that? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was right before Backlash.
Okay, so he gets the program with the. I thought it was right after Backlash.
It was before Backlash. It was leading up to his match with Daniel Bryan at Backlash.
Okay, I thought it was the post after, but that makes sense. Okay, so it's right before Backlash. He's doing this promo on Daniel Bryan involving the little person, and the call was, and his role was to give the little person the big boot, and that was going to be that. And Big Cass said, after the boot, I'm going to beat him up a little bit more. And the writers said, no, it's too much. Don't worry about it. Wrap it up with the boot. Big Cass was upset about this. And he said, I'm going to go talk to Vince about this. And he went to Vince and he pled his case. And Vince backed up the writers and said, that's a bit much. Just go with the boot. I don't want you doing anything after the boot. Big Cass goes out there, just talk to the writers, just talk to Vince. He really wants to beat up the little person after the boot.
And the little person, by the way, to be fair, blows the boot spot, I think.
I don't remember it well enough. Did he?
He was bowing too long. He wasn't paying attention.
He blew his job. I remember that part.
He blew his job, and they missed the shot of the boot. I remember the cameras missing the boot because he just wasn't in the spot he was supposed to be in.
So Big Cass gives him the boot. And then what's known as going into business for yourself, I guess he unloads on the little person. And to be honest with you, to steal a phrase from you, it's like, is this the hill you're willing to die on?
Sure.
And to me, it's like, first of all, if you want me to be totally honest, I agree with this. I agree with the backstage people. I agree with Vince, and I agree with the writers on this one. I'll tell you why. First of all, it's not Daniel Bryan. It's a little person. I think that giving the beating him up after the boot is overkill. And it kind of, if you just leave it with the boot, it kind of puts your finish over more. I don't know why he was so dead set on bringing the fists to the little guy after the boot, but he was, and that's what he did. And apparently because he so deliberately disobeyed his commands, he had some serious heat in the back.
Well, I mean, to the point where I get it. They always say, talk to Vince, bring it up to Vince, do something with Vince. And then so he did. And Vince said no, and he still did it. And so it's no surprise to me that Daniel Bryan's tapping out, or I'm sorry, Cass is tapping out to Daniel Bryan 6 days later. I bet they changed the finish. They made him tap, and then he wasn't on TV the next week. And then last night, he's, looks good for a minute. He cuts a good promo, and then he gets his ass handed to him by Daniel Bryan, kills him.
I don't know if he's being punished or not. I've also heard that story got overblown. So I don't know. But, I mean, he was conspicuous by his absence last week. But to be honest with you, he seemed back to normal to me this week. So I don't know.
Sure.
So that's the story there. And I didn't know if you had heard that story, if you had thoughts about it. What do you think about what I said? I agree with Vince on this call. How do you feel about it?
I agree. I didn't give a whole lot of thought to it. For me, I agree for different reasons. Like, I guess you're right. Put the finisher over. Sure.
What's the advantage to overkilling it?
There's no advantage. What's the advantage to just go do your job? All right. I think that WWE is over scripted at this point, but it is what it is. And when they say to do something, you just go and you do it. I don't understand what Cass is doing. He and Enzo have just been heat machines, even before Enzo's issue. They just couldn't stay out of trouble in the back. And you don't have to look any further than Baron Corbin to see that your push will stop dead in its tracks if you screw around in the back and catch a ton of heat. And yet he goes out and he does it like he thinks he's untouchable. Sorry. The fans don't like you that much. Enzo was more untouchable than you, and he's fired.
Yeah, there's no one untouchable anymore.
Yeah, there's no such thing. All right. If I was to say Cass or Enzo, which one could get away with the most crap in the back? It was clearly Enzo. He still got canned. Cass, you'll be working Ring of Honor in a year if you keep this up. Stupid.
I can relate to Cass on this respect. Like what you were just saying, like I didn't realize this until you just said what you said when you said shut up and do your job. Because there have been times in my radio career where that's just been the advice I needed to hear. Like where I overinvest in what I'm doing because I care probably more than the people behind the scenes do. But I need to tell myself, just shut up and do your job. Just even if you disagree or you know you're doing something that's in the long run something stupid, just shut up and do your job. And and I'm not making fun. Like what you said is right. Just shut up and do your job, or they'll find someone who probably will.
So that's why I agree with the back. You know, I'm not even looking at whether or not it was a good idea to do it or what looked better to the fans. I wouldn't have noticed if he hadn't done it, and I barely noticed that he did. So for him to put the brakes on his career for that, dumb move.
Yeah, exactly. It's just this is not the hill to die on to bring that one back. So my other note on him was, while he has come very far, we've talked about this several times. He's come very far since his first run with Enzo and since when he first split from Enzo. I still feel like while he's come very far, he still has a long way to go to get really good on that stick.
Yeah, but I thought that was a good promo he cut yesterday.
Also want to make sure we give some love to Mr. Jake Constantino.
We speak your name.
He did the honors for Andrade Cien Almas.
Boy, I like Andrade, and his lady is hot.
She's not Peyton Royce hot to me, but I do like her on the mic. I do think she's good at, she's probably the better mouth of the two, for lack of a better term.
She's, or best term. She's perfect for him. I think that, I like him. I hope that they keep doing more with it.
Yeah, it was just a quick, 2-minute kind of match, and he's kind of one of those guys that seems to be stronger the longer he goes. And I don't think that we got enough exposure of him last night to really sink our teeth in. But here's to hoping they don't drop the ball with him. Right.
Let's hope. Let's hope. And still no Sanity. I didn't think they were going to debut Sanity on a night where it could be spoiled by the pre-tape. In fact, we may not see them till Money in the Bank.
That could be a cool place to do it. Although if they're going to, I don't know, every once in a while I'm cool with a surprise debut too.
Yeah.
But it won't be a surprise now that they've already done the vignettes for it.
Well, they've done the vignettes, but the vignettes are all about chaos. I hope that they really go over the top and just ruin a SmackDown. I hope, when you look at
a group of strong characters
that they're supposed to bring, I hope they take them offline, they shut all the lights off and the music doesn't work or something, and they just bring chaos. They just come in and destroy everybody.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
A good example of that I want to say it was 2010 when the Nexus kids all came up at once. I don't think you were watching them, but it was really, really well done when everyone from the Nexus revolted on Raw. They tore the ring apart with John Cena in it.
So I go back and I watched that because you mentioned how, remember when SmackDown Live invaded Raw this year before Survivor Series? And you or somebody on the post show mentioned that it was just a poorly done version of what they did with Nexus. And so I went back and watched it, and they were right. The Nexus thing was well done.
That was awesome, yeah. So there was that. It really struck me yesterday, even though she had a huge pop when she came out. At least for me, Asuka is not packing the same punch that she used to before the loss at WrestleMania. Not
at all. Maybe getting the belt on her will help. I think she's going to take it off of Carmella here soon. So.
Oh, really? Interesting. I haven't really thought about the reality of that because we're still 5 weeks away.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot can change in 5 weeks, but my gut instinct is to say, I don't know about that one. That's interesting.
Yeah. My gut is probably Asuka, but it may change. I start booking like pay-per-views like this. I start thinking, all right, who do they want to have wearing the championships at SummerSlam? You know, but I do the same thing when we're leading up to WrestleMania, and I always get it wrong. So we'll see.
I forget who has you have the lock, correct?
I haven't had the lock the last 3 times. But to be fair, that was over 3 weeks.
Hold on. No, I had it at WrestleMania and you had it after the Rumble and Backlash.
Yes. Okay, 2 times. Yes. Because I didn't get it for WrestleMania. I blew WrestleMania badly.
Don't be trying to one-up me, pal. I know the score.
Oh, come on. You've been appled.
Question. Question for you. Did I just miss this? Or I know, I remember it happened. Like I can see it in my head when it happened. But was there ever a reason why Paige dislikes Absolution? I know she's the GM, and it happened like when this on the same SmackDown.
There was no confrontation. It just happened.
That's dumb to me. And then I got to thinking about it. Like, so was there ever a reason that she doesn't like Absolution anymore? No. And then I started thinking, was there ever a reason she liked him in the first place?
I don't know. She debuted them.
Yeah, but there was.
I think Absolution is a weird pair, anyways. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville is not long for this world. I don't think.
Gotcha. And then there's the weird. My other only note is that New Day and Becky all advance, and that's what happened.
Yeah, and can we both say Big E's going to be the one that they pick?
Yeah, my understanding is Big E's going to be in line for a singles push.
I wonder if he gets the Money in the Bank. And do you think it'll break up New Day? Do you think they're going to break up over this?
My understanding is that, yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. And I'm even trying to figure out if I will miss them. I love them at a point, and I still like them a lot.
They peaked, though. They've peaked.
Yeah, they're just kind of spinning their wheels at this point. Do you agree with that one?
I do agree with that one. I just hope that Xavier Woods and Kofi can recover to new characters. I think Big E's going to be fine.
He's probably going to be the safest one. And I mean, Kingston's been around for a while. I don't know if he's kind of in the sunset of his career or the dawn or whatever it is, the twilight of his career.
Well, they've enjoyed a heck of a run as a tag team.
They did have a memorable run there for a while. Is there anything else you want to cover from today's episode?
I feel like I'm pretty good. Do we have a topic for tomorrow?
I think you want to pass this week.
Sure.
I've got the Humane Society tomorrow, which always throws a wrench into things, and nothing's jumping out at me.
Okay.
The only good conversation we could have had, I feel like we had yesterday about the face of the company.
But the face of the company, and nobody said Roman Reigns. Nobody.
No one did.
After watching last night, I tend to think that you were absolutely right. Daniel Bryan is a great choice.
You had good choices too. So, I mean, all those choices, I think everyone agrees, are probably better than Roman Reigns. All right, well then, if you don't have anything else, I got the music playing, and sorry you got appled today.
I was trying to get my apple right for next week.
The apple cart fell far from the tree, or whatever. Happy birthday, Jake the Snake. We'll catch you guys on Tuesday with another episode of Post to Post.
Happy birthday, Bastion Booger.
Is that for real?
No, I made that up.
Oh.